NTA. House of Representatives considers independent candidacy in elections. A death toll rise as cholera outbreak hit village in Ebonyi State. Hello and welcome to the news at 11 on Nta News24. We're live in Abuja. My name is Justin Bemwi. President Bola Tinubu was among the congregation at the National Mosque, Abuja, for a special Jumat prayer to commemorate Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary. Former head of State General Abdulsalami Abubakar, chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, and Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, National Assembly members and ministers were also in attendance. In the translation of the sermon, Imam Muhammad Kabir Adam acknowledged the diversity amongst Nigerians as designed by God. He harped on the necessity for good conduct amongst the citizens, while urging Nigerians to remain united and work towards actualization of a greater country. After a two-standing salat, there was a special prayer for the continuous unity, peace and development of the country, as well as for God's guidance, strength and wisdom as President Bola Tinubu continues to lead the country. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed 7 executive directors for the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA. A statement by Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, lists the DGs as Ayo Adewi, reappointed Executive Director News, Barrister Ibrahim Aliyu, Executive Director Special Duties Legal Practitioner, Malam Muhammad Fatuhu Mustafa, Executive Director Administration and Training, Mrs. Apinke Effiong, Executive Director Finance, an expert in financial marketing with treasury, management, accounting and reporting skills, Mrs. Tari Taylor, Executive Director Program, an audiovisual creator, producer and showrunner, Mr. Sadiq Musa Omeiza, Executive Director Engineering, and Mrs. Oluwakemi Fashina, Executive Director Marketing, an integrated marketing communications professional and chartered marketer. Nigeria and MasterCard have announced a partnership aimed at supporting 1 million African farmers. The partnership deal was sealed during a meeting between the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, and executives of MasterCard Corporation on the sidelines of the ongoing 79th session of the UN General Assembly in New York. The project plan includes support for 1 million farmers across Nigeria, Kenya, and Tanzania, with a focus on enhancing financial inclusion and digital access to critical services, as well as support from the African Development Bank, AFDB. The MasterCard Regional for West Africa, Dr. Folashade Femi Lawal, said a key component of the partnership is the rollout of contactless payment systems, planning 160 payment seminars starting February next year. Now, the National Electric Power Producing Areas Development Commission and Hyperdeck has distributed 33 modern fiberglass boats to 10 of its benefiting states to checkmate incidences of maritime tragedies in the country.
3 fiberglass boats by the National Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission and Hyperdeck to 10 of its benefiting states is for its significant features of durability and safety, as the boat offers superior navigation over wooden ones, which are vital in mitigating the reoccurrence of boat mishaps that have plagued the riverine communities over the years. The initiative is also part of the Commission's broader vision to revolutionize marine transportation in all and hyperdeck communities by strengthening trade networks and enhancing community connectivity.
Hyperdeck is actively protecting lives, easing transportation, and ensuring that our waterways remain a source of livelihood.
These boats are not simply a gift, they are a responsibility. You must ensure that they are maintained properly, safety protocols are adhered to, and that they are used for the benefit of all.
People of vested interest at the engagement, including Managing Director Niwa, described the inauguration of the modern glass boat as life-changing for all waterways users, even as they solicit for more collaborative efforts in this sector. The 10 states that benefited from this gesture of the N Hyperdeck include Niger, Kogi, Kwara, Kaduna, Plateau, Nasarawa, Kebbi, Benue, Taraba, and Bauchi states. In Mina, I am Fatima Usman, Nta News.
Now, as part of the Constitution review process, a bill seeking provision for independent candidacy in election has passed first reading at the House of Representatives. The bill, sponsored by House spokesman Akin Rotimi, seeks constitutional amendment to allow candidates who are not sponsored by political parties to participate in presidential, governorship, National Assembly, state houses of assembly, and local government councils elections. Briefing National Assembly correspondents, the House spokesman is optimistic that the bill, when passed, will encourage inclusion and expand the democratic space.
Opportunity to be sponsored through their political parties. At the end of the day, power resides with the people of Nigeria, and want to give people the opportunity to be able to present themselves for office.
To also ensure that, most especially the vulnerable population, such as women, youth, persons with disability, are also given a level playing field, right, to explore opportunities within the political and electoral landscape.
Now, a group of 10 concerned lawmakers in the House of Representatives has asked the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to carry out a forensic investigation of customers' complaints against Guarantee Trust Bank. The lawmakers in a petition note that the probe has become necessary following a deluge of complaints they have received from their constituents about alleged deductions from customers' funds. The lawmakers also requested the suspension of the bank's Group Chief Executive Officer, Segun Agbaje, pending the outcome of CBN's investigation. Now, it was a moment of resolve as the Minister of Interior Olubumi Tunji-Ojo, made a bold commitment: no one, regardless of their status, will be above the law. The minister assured that investigation into the alleged preferential treatment given to Idris Okune, widely known as Bobrisky, at the Kirikiri Custodial Center will be thorough and without favoritism. They met. And now Victor Azu reports.
Arrives to a room full of eager reporters and editors. In his calm yet confident tone, he recounts the highlights of his people-centric reform across all agencies of the ministry.
We met most of our officers in the paramilitary. We tell you a lot of them had been stagnated for 6 years, 8 years, some even 10 years. In the last 9 months, we've had 53,000 promotions in our agencies.
At the Nigeria Immigration Service, Tunji Ojo says Nigerians at home and abroad may now choose to get their passports by courier instead of traveling long distances. In addition to upgrade of correctional facilities in parts of the country, the minister recalls the release of more than 4,000 inmates with minor offenses.
We were able to raise 585 million naira through the private sector, and we were able to pay off the fines, and that led us to the release of over 4,000 inmates, decongesting our prisons, our correctional centers by 5%, and saving government of over 1 billion naira annually in terms of feeding.
Asked about investigations into preferential treatment accorded Idris Okuneye, widely known as Bobrisky, during his incarceration in Lagos, the minister has this to say.
Be sure of this, we will not shield anybody, no matter who the person is.
In just 1 year, the minister's vision for a more efficient and responsive Ministry of Interior is coming to life. Each achievement is a step towards a safer and more just Nigeria. In Abuja, Victor Azu, Nta News.
Well, this is the news at 11 on Nta News 24. We'll take a short break now. The news continues in a moment. Just stay with us.
Nigeria is at the threshold of another milestone in its history as the country is set for the celebration of its 64th independence anniversary on the 1st of October. This year's celebration with the theme, Nigeria at 64, reflecting on the past, inspiring the future, affords the country the chance to reflect on the journey of nationhood and assess the task of nation building.
There's hardship, but how did we get here?
As this year's celebration coincides with the country's 25 years of unbroken democracy, the task of engendering an inclusive governance that caters for every segment, especially the youth, is now.
We've sustained 25 years of democracy this year. We don't want to keep the people hungry and angry.
Nigeria at 64, reflecting on the past, inspiring the future.
In a statement released on Friday, 27th September 2024, the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency has re-echoed the need for the public to heed the agency's warning and clear their drainages, gutters, and make way for water runoff, adding that steady rise in water levels of River Niger and Benue has gotten to the red mark. Director General, Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, notes that the prolonged rain across the country has caused some of the devastating flash floods. He promised that NISA will continue to monitor the water levels of major rivers while working in synergy with emergency response agencies and the media in saving or safeguarding lives and property to abate flood impact, enhance food security, and foster sustainable water resources management. Now, the death toll in the cholera outbreak in Nduibokote village is Inyemegu in Ize local government area of Ebonyi State has risen to 14. Fortunate Uzo reports that 3 emergency treatment centers have been established with rapid health response team deployed to the area to contain the situation.
Nduibokote village, Ezayinyimego in Iji local government area of Ebonyi State, is a very remote community sharing a common boundary with Benue State, Nigeria. The community has no access road, no health facility, no electricity, and no potable water supply. That has given rise to them relying on streams and ponds which are not clean enough, giving rise to the outbreak of cholera. Sadly, the community boasts of one moribund borehole and another functional one, which is not enough to serve the water needs of the people, forcing them to rely majorly on the stream for their daily water need. The situation, community members say, could be responsible for the cholera outbreak which started on 23rd September 2024 after the burial of a woman that died of stooling and vomiting.
The rain stopped for over a very long time. Till after a time, when the rain came again, there were already a lot of defecation in the bush and other deaths. So the rain now washed all those things to the streams, and our people are making use only the stream water and the pond.
Some women are affected by the cholera and some of them died. Many children died.
The thing started there when one woman died closely here. I've recorded about 14 dead bodies in our village.
The outbreak affected over 50 people who are now being managed at the treatment centers, while some of them have been discharged.
Then we have got about 40 patients. I will thank God and thank our chairman for helping, and the World Health for helping us. Our AS has invited all the OICs in all the health facilities around this area to come and help us.
The chairman, Iji Local Government Area, Mr. Stephen Wankpa, and Ebonyi State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Moses Ekoma, who have been working with Doctors Without Border to resuscitate patients at the treatment centers, maintained that the bodies of the dead persons were buried quietly after observing necessary safety measures.
We had to coordinate efforts, the local government, together with the Minister of Health and the World Health Organization. And then we responded swiftly and immediately to ensure that we curtail it and it doesn't escalate to neighboring villages.
We've not recorded another death since we started intervening. So I'm very happy that I came here today and see that most of the patients, in short, all the patients except two that are still not fully stable, that all the patients who are admitted or that came to this center yesterday, they are all making a remarkable improvement.
As stakeholders continue to sensitize members of the community on safety measures and preventive approach to contain the situation, the villagers are still in dire need of a health facility to tackle such development in the future. In Abakaliki, Fortunate Ozo, NTA News.
Another set of 50 students of Government Secondary School Tudunwada have benefited from the empowerment initiative of the federal government with the provision of iPad to promote effective learning in information technology. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Vocational, Technical and Entrepreneurship Education, Abiola Arogundade, championed the initiative in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Ngozi Technical reports.
The excitement of the 50 selected students knew no bound as the gesture was least expected.
Very excited. My prayer is for God to bless her. It will make me perform more and better in my next exam.
I pray for God to give her more riches and more money to help other students.
The Senior Special Assistant to the President explained that the iPad is to enable the students fit into the modern use of ICT in learning, especially as it concerns artificial intelligence and robotics. The empowerment initiative, according to the Senior Special Assistant, is in collaboration with Afrione, an indigenous company.
This is one of the pillars of the administration's renewed hope agenda. Today's donation, therefore, is to empower students to develop their technical and vocational skills in line with the President's mandate.
By combining the government's reach and resources with Afrione's technological expertise and training capabilities, we will be creating a powerful synergy that will draw real change in our society.
The school principal, while appreciating the SSA to the President for the honor, stated that 40 of the students were selected from JSS 1 and 2, while 10 were from JSS 3. Ngozi Technical, NTA News.
This is the news desk at 11 on Nta News 24. Let's take a quick look at the major news highlights. President Tinubu appoints 7 executive directors for NTA. House of Representatives considers independent candidacy in elections. And death toll rise as cholera outbreak hits a village in Ebonyi State.
This is Nta News 24.
Nigeria's tourism sector is to contribute 12.3 trillion naira to the economy by 2032 and create 2.6 million new jobs in the coming decade and contribute to Minister of Tourism Lola Adejon stated this as Nigeria joined the global community in commemorating the World Tourism Day under the theme Tourism and Peace. Ekemini Williams reports. We apologize for the problem we have there on the visuals there. Now moving on. The All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA has faulted the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC for uploading names of non-members of APGA on its website as the national officers of the party. Addressing newsmen in Abuja, Sly Ezeokenwa, who claims to be the authentic national chairman of APGA, challenged the INEC to present certified court order that validates its action. Kenneth Nanim reports.
The All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA has been grappling with leadership contestation leading to various subsisting court orders. Sly Ezeokenwa, who claims to be the authentic national chairman of APGA, alleges that Edozie Njoku, another who lays claims to the same title, and his escorts whose names were uploaded on the INEC website are not members of the party.
We challenge INEC to present any court order recognizing Chief Edozie Njoku and his band of co-travelers as the national officers of APGA. This group has persistently sought, through fraudulent means and blatant disregard for the law, to destabilize APGA and derail our democratic process.
Sly Ezeokenwa also faults the recent suspension of critical members of the party as announced by Edozie Njoku.
This purported suspension, issued from a place of sheer imagination rather than any legitimate authority, is not only laughable, but also serves as a clear indication of the length to which Njoku will go.
APGA, he says, will continue to uphold the integrity of democratic principles. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
And that ends the news desk at 11 on Nta News 24. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Bemui, and I say do have a wonderful night rest.